99% of people don't realize that Earth's position in the habitable zone isn't permanent, and within the next billion years, our planet could drift out of it entirely. But here's what almost nobody talks about. Mars might be moving into it, and that single shift could change everything about humanity's future. In this video, you'll discover what the habitable zone really is, how Earth is slowly being pushed out of it, and the shocking timeline that suggests Mars could one day become more habitable than Earth. So, if you want to understand why our entire species might be forced to relocate in a few billion years, stay until the end, because what you're about to see will completely change how you view our solar system. Most people assume the habitable zone around the sun is permanent. It's not, and that's the first crucial thing you need to understand, because we've been thinking about Earth's place in the cosmos all wrong. The habitable zone, also known as the Goldilocks Zone, is the region around a star where a planet can sustain liquid water on its surface. Not too hot, not too cold, just right. And right now, Earth sits comfortably near the middle of that zone, with oceans, life, and civilization thriving. But what most people forget is that the sun is not static, it's changing, and that change is slowly rewriting our future. Every single second, the sun is converting hydrogen into helium through nuclear fusion, and with each reaction it grows hotter, slowly but measurably. Because according to data from NASA and the European Space Agency, the sun's luminosity increases by about 10% every billion years, a number that sounds small until you realize it's catastrophic on a planetary timescale. Think of it like sitting near a campfire that gets slightly hotter every century. At first you're comfortable, then you have to move back, then move back again until one day you're so far away that the fire no longer warms you at all, and Earth is that person sitting by the fire. This is crucial because it means humanity isn't living on a static stage, but inside a changing cosmic neighborhood, and within roughly 1 to 1.5 billion years, Earth will drift completely out of the habitable zone, which is when things truly begin to turn dark. As the sun continues to heat up, the oceans start evaporating faster. Water vapor rises into the upper atmosphere. Ultraviolet radiation from the sun tears those water molecules apart. Hydrogen escapes into space, and without any way to replenish it, Earth slowly loses its water. The oceans dry up, and the greenhouse effect intensifies. Eventually, Earth transforms into what Venus is today, a scorched, lifeless world where surface temperatures soar beyond 460 degrees Celsius. Nothing survives. No plants, no animals, no human civilization, only toxic clouds and crushing atmospheric pressure. And the truly terrifying part is that this process has already begun, and we can measure it because the sun is getting brighter right now. We won't notice dramatic changes within our lifetimes. Human lives are just a blink compared to cosmic time, but on a geological scale, the clock is already ticking. Some scientists estimate that Earth has only about 500 million to 1 billion years of true habitability left, which sounds like forever to us, yet in the context of the universe's history, it means we're living on borrowed time. But this is where things get interesting, because while Earth is slowly drifting toward a Venus-like fate, something very different is happening on the outer edge of the solar system. As the sun brightens, the habitable zone expands outward, and although Mars currently orbits just outside this zone, too cold, too dry, and unable to sustain liquid water, as more of the sun's energy reaches farther into space, Mars will begin to warm, step by step. In about 1 to 2 billion years, Mars could shift directly into the habitable zone, and the most stunning part is that it may remain habitable even longer than Earth itself, because while Earth is slowly becoming Venus, Mars is, in a sense, becoming Earth. Let that sink in. The planet we've always viewed as barren and lifeless could turn into the true Goldilocks planet, where future life, whether born naturally or engineered by human descendants, might emerge and thrive, while Earth becomes completely uninhabitable. Of course, Mars won't be welcoming at first. Its atmosphere is thin, its magnetic field is gone, and solar radiation relentlessly bombards its surface. But given enough time and enough heat from an aging sun, liquid water could begin pooling in subsurface aquifers. Conditions could stabilize, and a new balance could form. Scientists like Carl Sagan, along with more recent researchers at MIT, have modeled this exact scenario. And the math is unambiguous. Mars has a future inside the habitable zone that Earth does not. And that's what keeps astronomers astronomers awake at night. Because if Earth becomes uninhabitable in about 1 billion years, while Mars becomes habitable around the same time, our species is forced into an unprecedented choice. Either we become a multiplanetary civilization capable of surviving the shift, or we don't survive at all. And this isn't science fiction. It's basic orbital mechanics and stellar evolution. And if this is true, which the evidence strongly suggests it is, then the survival of human consciousness itself may depend on our ability to colonize Mars before Earth forces us to leave, because we can't wait until the last moment and would need generations of preparation to make that leap. Some theorists even believe this could explain why the universe seems so quiet, because advanced civilizations eventually face the same habitable zone shift around their own stars, and they either succeed in becoming multiplanetary or they disappear from history entirely. So here's what we know for sure. Earth is slowly being cooked by an aging sun. The habitable zone is expanding outward. Mars will one day become more hospitable than Earth. And humanity's long-term survival may depend on whether we're willing to make Mars our second home. What we still don't know is whether we'll develop the technology and the collective will to actually do it, or whether millions of years from now, life will emerge on Mars naturally, never knowing that another world once held a civilization that reached for the stars. So here's my question for you. Do you think humanity will survive long enough to colonize Mars before Earth becomes uninhabitable? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single response. Subscribe to ANOVA for more cosmic realities that will reshape how you see our future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.